Hello everyone and welcome back to Efficient Gaming. Today we're doing Witcher Monster Slayer again, and we are covering the second monster week post the, let's just say, very controversial update that they've had recently, which made the game quite a bit more difficult, monetized it a lot better from their side, but made a lot of things a lot more frustrating for players. So it's good that they are still introducing new monsters, sort of to get us back into the feel of the game, with sort of more incentive to do so because there are new monsters around. The rewards from the time tasks are pretty decent, and yeah, so let's check out the new monster for this week. Okay, so as normal, there is a what's new page about this, although this comes up like most of the time after I've done half the tasks, but anyway. Monster Week, Russet Fungoid. Witcher, there's no time to rest. Russet Fungoids are here to wreak havoc in all green areas they can find. I've heard that they get restless, especially after the sun goes down. You're our only hope. Without you, we're lost. With the help of this week's time tasks, the victory shall be yours. Alright, so that's it. Kind of implies that it's going to be in green leafy areas, and also that it's going to be found potentially more at night. I've only ever seen them at night, so let's just check out. I've killed a couple already, so we've got a couple of gems to claim. Let's just look at this class. Right, so it's a hybrid. It's usually found in green areas, old growth forests, woods, groves, and meadows. So nocturnally active. So basically you want to go out in a park at night, although I found them near my flat at night. Maybe I was just really lucky. I haven't actually managed to check last night because I was just too tired, but this was on the Tuesday night. So I found a few around me, and so I was able to get enough of these tasks done to be able to demonstrate this to you today. So let's check out the tasks. It always helps if I actually go to the correct position. So again, now I think these are potentially level-based tasks, because as things scale with level, they become more difficult and yada yada yada. So for me, I'm getting 85 gems. I am getting 2 experience scrolls, which I don't really need anymore because I've got tons of them and I've never really used them. And we are getting 6 moon dust. Now the moon dust is going to be potentially useful for, I don't know, maybe next month's quests. But this one right here at the bottom, the reward from that is going to be useful for this week. So it might be worth trying to do that before you're trying to do something else. But anyway, we'll get to that in a minute. Let's run through the tasks as they appear. Kill 15 Russet Fungoids. So they're a new rare monster. I've seen a few of them at night. Apparently you might see more at night in a park. That's all I've got for you so far. Craft 5 hybrid oils. Now, this is something that I haven't done post-update, so let's go ahead and look at what we're going to have to do for that now. So if we go into our inventory and formulae, we can look at oils and hybrid oil. So we're going to need 1 bear fat, or multiply all of these ingredients by 5 if we want to craft 5 of them. So 5 bear fat, 3 powdered monster tissue, and 2 ogrid remains per thing. So we're going to need 5 bear fat, 15 powdered monster tissue, and 10 ogrid remains. Now the ogrid remains are going to be harder to get because they only seem to drop from rare and above monsters. So more potions needed just to get those remains, but we'll see how we go. I have managed to get some, and I'll show you that in the video earlier. So I do not currently have any bear fat, otherwise we would be able to create this. So let us go get some bear fat. Now we're going to be able to get the bear fat from the shop.
Well met, Witcher.
So they've changed the shop around. There's a new set of items that we can buy this week, and if they'd let me rearrange my swords, I would probably buy these swords, but we'll cover that in another video. Bear fat, right? So we get 5 for 200 gold. So at least we get the 5 that we need in one package, and it's 200 gold. That's not too much. I mean, it's some. You could probably reasonably easily make that in a day, but let's just buy that for the moment. New item, bear fat. So now that we have some bear fat, we will be able to click on our crafting station, go to oils, and create that hybrid oil. Now that we've made one, I would be able to make another, except that I am now missing, where are we? Hybrid oil. I need some more ogrid remains, so I'm going to have to go out and find some rare ogrids to kill so that I can get those ogrid remains. Alright, let's head back to the time task. So we've got that started, so that's how you would do 5 of those, even though it says 0 out of 10. So do we have to craft 10 or do we have to craft 5? 10 is going to be a lot harder to craft than 5. I'm sure that was only 5 before. But I might be wrong. I might have just been looking at it wrong. I will double check that later. Gather 50 units of powdered monster tissue. This one's still reasonably easy. All the easy or common monsters on the map will drop these. So you just have to do inventory management to pick up enough. Kill a Russet Fungoid without performing melee attacks. Right, so this is something that I did a video for. And we are going to have a very quick look at that now. Okay, so as you can see, I have found a couple. It's nighttime. There's 2 near me, and there's one near enough to me, but within range, that we get a range scroll as one of the bonuses for this week, just for one of these tasks that I'm going to complete. So that is showing us that we are attempting to kill one without performing melee attacks, and I think we're also going to try and do one... no, this is just without melee attacks, so that's just me making some space so that I can get some things back from that. So I have chosen to use the Dawnbringer sword because it deals 10% extra damage at night, and it is nighttime. And now this is just me deciding which bomb I am putting on. Now, I have a look at both of the different types of bombs that would be appropriate for this, and then I think I just picked the one that I had more of. So because this monster is weak to both, I believe it is fire and steel. Can't actually see that from here. Give me 1 second. The bomb that I decided to use anyway was strong against both of its weaknesses. Hopefully the Dawnbringer will increase the damage that it does a bit more. So we're not allowed to perform melee attacks, but we are allowed to parry, and we are allowed to use signs. So this is just me using quite a few bombs, trying to kill the monster, and trying to do some melee attacks. Now, it's nearly killed us, so I'm a little bit worried here, but we did manage to do it. So you've seen how I did it. I used the Dawnbringer, and I used bombs. There's a couple of different bombs that you could use, but the ones that you want to use are strong against both of its weaknesses, or one of its weaknesses, because this isn't weak to kinetic. Bombs always deal kinetic damage of at least one type, and so you want to be using a bomb that is of a type that deals damage to at least one of its weaknesses. So sometimes you come across monsters that are weak to kinetic and something else, which is great, because then you can use that bomb that's strong against both. But as you can see, we did manage to do that. My personal recommendation is, if you were trying that yourself, I would also put on a swallow potion. Not swallow, swift potion, apologies, because I nearly died then, and if I had died, every single bomb that I used would have gone to complete waste. So yeah, it's just a massive waste. So right, so what we are doing here is we are putting the potions on. It didn't automatically suggest swallow for me, but I just wanted that little bit of extra sustainability. So we're using Thunderbolt, we're using Swift, and we're using Swallow, and we're going to try and do both without dealing any kinetic or fire damage. So I am using a sword that does not deal kinetic or fire damage, and we're trying to do perfect parries and get perfect critical hit. So after missing the first one and it getting rid of my whole crit bar, my strategy was to do the critical hits, and then, was to do the critical hit, and then work on the perfect parries. And that worked quite well. As you can see, the Swift Swallow Potion is giving me a little bit of sustained health. I don't get the perfect parries every single time, and it's important to make sure you do parry, otherwise the monster's just going to wipe you out. Yeah, and we did manage to get our 3 perfect parries and our 3 perfect crits during that fight. Now, when I originally started this, and as you can see in the video there, there was a requirement to do 2 of each of these. So one without kinetic or fire damage, and after performing 3 perfect parries. They've actually changed that so that now you don't have to do that. But I think they changed that, which was reasonably easy to do, and they upped the crafting of the hybrid oils, which is not as easy to do. So they made it more difficult post-patch. I don't know how I feel about that. I think it was better balanced the way it was before. But yeah. So that is all of the tasks this week, and that is an example of how you would complete each one of them. Let me know your thoughts on this week's times tasks, both the pre-patch or pre-hotfix version of the tasks and the post-hotfix version. I'm definitely in favor of the pre-hotfix version because it involves less direct money spent on purchasing hybrid oils. Sorry, purchasing the things required to make hybrid oils. I really do hope that is only 5 and not 10, and when I craft 1, I just it procs 2 out of 10, because that's 10 is a lot. That's going to be a lot of ogreids I'm going to have to go out and find during an event that is not all about ogreids. So yeah, this was just me fighting the rest of the things that are in the space, because we have to kill 15 Russet Fungoids, and I've got potions on now, so I may as well make the most of them and kill some pretty high-level stuff to try and get some rewards. I think the next one that I actually go for, I was lucky enough that an Ogreoid did manage to spawn in the area, and so I'm going to go attack that now. There we are, just within range. But I think that is after I put the range scroll on. So while we've still got our stuff on, we are going to go battle this so that we can get those Ogreoid remains, so that we can craft the hybrid oils, so that we can finish the task. Yeah, I do hope that they increase spawns of ogreids across the event, rare and legendary ones, because otherwise this is going to be a very, very hard week to finish. But those are my thoughts, so I would love to hear yours, and good luck with the task this week, and we'll catch you next video. Catch you later. Bye.